Hey, Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6 as Nubia. And this episode's theme is going to be Nubia's Revenge. We are going to be taking out Georgia. We're 9 turns away from getting advanced flight. We have our aluminium online, and so now it's just a matter of time of getting through the last few turns here while we wait to build up our air force. I'm going to start moving out knights into the water in preparation of using them to capture cities as the final capture pieces. They have 5 movement range, they're relatively tanky, they're not completely unkillable, but they're okay, and so they're pretty decent units to use in that capacity. I can't believe they killed my city over here, by the way. That was crazy. It's fine. Okay, the industrial era ends in 3 turns. The Tombos Canal has been completed. We do get Lascarina Bubulina! So she's going to be industrial and modern. That's actually fantastic. Industrial covers ironclads, modern covers battleships. Very cool. We've got the trader in El Kuru. Now, I think we want to put this trader into Quasar Ibrim. I don't know if we need any more traders here. I think it could be reasonable for us to build some more privateers. I do think that privateers have a place in the world. We got the hydroelectric dam in Shat. I do think that it makes sense to get a potential water park right there. We do want those amenities. Amenities are very powerful. We've got the canal in Tombos. We could go for the water park. I do like water parks. Let's do it. We've got a seaport in Heh. There's a pretty decent holy site right there, so I'm going to go ahead and park that right there. We don't necessarily need the faith, but there's nothing wrong with making sure that we have a lot of production, and we do have that unique ability. So I'm going to go for a water park in Soleb, because we just want more amenities in our empire. Amenities are very, very powerful. The thing to remember about amenities is, generally speaking, amenities are a force multiplier. So if you don't have a lot of stuff, amenities don't do a lot. But if you have a lot of stuff, amenities do a lot. So the more stuff you have, it's, the more powerful they become. It's kind of like the opposite of food, where like the more population you have, the less powerful growth is, but the more everything you have, the better amenities is. So that's kind of the way that you want to be thinking about it. At least in my opinion, that's kind of the logic that I follow. Because like, a 10% modifier of 10 is 1, but a 10% modifier of 30 is 3. Like, it's just obviously more, it's obviously better. So like, that's just the logic that flows through my brain when I think about amenities and loyalty, or not loyalty, just amenities. Oh, Yerevan is liberated, but we didn't actually get a chance. No, I didn't get a chance to participate. Dude, I didn't get to liberate. Oh well. Shat has reached level 20 population, which is awesome. I have no idea what Sadanga was working on. I think it was aerodrome stuff. But we can't afford to get the biplane because we don't have oil. And so we're 7 turns out from bombers. We'll just grab the water park districts, plus 1 amenity from entertainment. It's fabulous. 1, 2, 3. This would be worth an extra adjacency on the industrial zone if I placed it right there. So that's what we will go for. God, I love the colors of this game. This game is so beautiful and colorful. One of my favorite things about Civ 6 is just how beautiful, gorgeous, and colorful this game is. Truly a masterwork of art design. So I'm a little bit sad. I guess we can peace out Medici. There's no point being at war with her anymore. We did not get the +1 gold per turn. I should have brought a unit over here and just shot the city once or twice to get the +1 gold per envoy. Like, that absolutely is worth it. Okay, urbanization is complete. We have access to public transport, which we're not making use of in this game. We do have military research. We have forced modernization and neighborhoods. I don't think we're going to be changing our government here. I think we're happy with what we have. Heavily focused on amenities and production and faith. We got the Ferris wheel in Kerma. We could go for the aquarium. It's not necessary, in my opinion, to go for that. We could get an aerodrome. You only need so many aerodromes because you can only build so many planes that consume aluminum. So it may be better for us to focus on something else in here. Amenities can be really useful. Commercial hubs can be good. I do think an industrial zone in here could go particularly hard. So let's get that canal, and then we'll put the industrial zone 1 tile to the right of that. The idea being that we'll be able to scale our economy off third alternative once we get to fascism. Coming into Moreau. Yeah, that's great. Gustav Eiffel. Lascarina Bubulina. I don't know why her name sounds like a song. Lascarina Bubulina. She's Greek and she is strong. Lascarina Boobalina. Hey, Sputters. We're gonna kill some barbarians. Awesome. So now we want another settler over there. You know what? You can get my settler for me. Okay, the world has entered into the modern era. We are going to go for... Oh, 2 arms is awesome. Actually, the timing on 2 arms here is crazy. So let's go for that. We're going to be able to make great use of 2 arms. 4 turns until advanced flight. That's enough time to grab like another knight or 2. We've built some more privateers. Let's keep cranking out those privateer fleets. These privateers are mostly going to be scouting and pillaging and all that sort of jazz. Lascarina Boobalina. She's the girl for me. Oh, Lascarina Boobalina. She's the girl for me. I don't know why that, in my head, that just fits so right. Ooh, it's my medication alarm. I'm still sick. We're getting to the tail end of it, though. Oh, let's chop here to finish that harbor. We will go straight for the lighthouse. Lascarina Boobalina. She's the girl for me. You know what? I should have been a musician, bro. Let's get these coursers heading over to Georgia. We're going to be taking... by the way, we're not just like, oh, we're going to fight Georgia. We're like, Georgia is getting eradicated, bro. No tourism from Great Works of Writing. I would like to be in charge of this. I would like to win this. And we will vote for the World's Fair. Are we going to win all the things that we wanted to? Probably not. My troops are merely passing by, Georgia. Great Works are doubled. I got this one. I got this one. And I got this one. Am I actually going to win a Diplo victory? Let me see here. I'm at 14. Like, we're close. We're theoretically close to a Diplo victory if we wanted to. We could, if we built the Statue of Liberty and we won the World's Fair, we would win. Then we would just need to research... Is it environmentalism gives a Diplo victory point? Oh, damn, I don't remember. I feel like there's a tech that gives a Diplo victory point. Did they get rid of that? Maybe they did. We might just go for killing Georgia and then seeing if we can get a Diplo victory. Lascarina Boobalina. Oh, she's the girl for me. Just moving my fleets around the world for you. All right, Alara, please go ahead and get me an artifact. Thank you. It's a barbarian artifact. Mostly we're just picking those up for the extra trickle of culture. We do like culture trickles. Remember, many trickles coming together form a storm. Solidarity with the cultural output of the Nubian Empire. All right, let's have a look here. We got the Ferris wheel in Nuri. We're 2 turns away from advanced flight. We could get the broadcast center. That is a significant amount of culture. And we do like culture. So let's grab that broadcast center. We have the water park in here. Let's get the Ferris wheel. We like amenities. Amenities, remember, amenities help scale up your yields. And at the very least, they help prevent scaling down of your yields from a lack of amenities. So they act on 2 very important fronts. We need to save our money and faith. Lascarina Boobalina. Need to generate more great people points if I can. All right, we got a newspaper from Digging Up Artifacts. Oh God, imagine someone's Mindspace blog being a great work of internet archaeology. Ugh, I just had cosmic horror shiver. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here because that way it works adjacency wise with this a little bit better, even though it's technically lower adjacency. It's fine. There's gonna be like people 40,000 years in the future studying Minecraft being like, this is the game that they played in ancient Sumeria type, you know what I mean? It's going to have the same energy. Yeah, we definitely need to run projects to try to win the World's Fair if we want to try to win through Diplo victory. Operation Georgia Will Pay can just take its time. I'm going to teleport Gustav Eiffel to Zadainga, and I'm going to do the same with Yi Sun Sin. All right, +1 era score in advanced flight, bombers, fighters, airports. You love to see it. There's also mobilization, so units are going to be cheaper for us if we want to. Now, coming into Sadainga, we're going to immediately start purchasing bombers. We are going to Casus Belli declare a Golden Age war next turn, I think. Do we want to rush for nuclear subs? I don't think we need to. I think we can come back now and start making our way towards oil and tanks. All right, mass media, which is the prerequisite for ideology, which is the prerequisite for fascism. And we want to go for fascism for the +5 combat strength, the production bonus towards units, and the third alternative to ramp up our economy and culture production, which is going to allow us to succeed in war. We do have a governor title. I'll go for Reina, a higher level, and Lascarina Boobalina, make your way to war. Gustav Eiffel will build the Statue of Liberty. Great work, bud. Victoria's captured Vilnius. I'm going to add this proposal for sure. We would love to try to liberate Vilnius. I think Vilnius was like over here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, Georgia, let's go ahead and dare declare a Golden Age war. No man is above the law, Teddy. That's right, Theodore. I think there's a whole group of people that could Could use that. Use your wisdom right now. All right, so we're going to start bombing. Let's sell whatever resources we have to get cash. We'll buy whatever luxuries people are willing to sell. No point keeping all these resources. Everything must go, and we can purchase ourselves another bomber. We have to do a double bomb next turn. Keep our knights on the edge of enemy township. Get up here, bombard. Gustav Eiffel will finish the Statue of Liberty. +4 diplomatic victory points. You love to see it. So technically, we're on the verge of victory. If we could win the World's Fair, it would be over. 7 turns for a bomber. Go ahead and get to work on that. The reason the naval air strategy works so well is because by going all the naval stuff, you end up with so much money that you can get bombers going pretty much the second that you unlock them. Oh, we're getting blasted. So we got some cuirassier cores. We are going to need to deal with that. City-state emergency. I'll vote that up like 3 times. Hopefully people will vote in favor of it. Let's see, we've got... no, it's going to make me peace out tomorrow. Denounce. No! That is the biggest kick in the balls. You know what? I'm reloading that. I'm just not living with that mistake. Listen, sometimes we live with our mistakes. I'm not living with that mistake. Fuck no. I forgot that that can be a consequence of that. Okay. Last green a boobalina to declare a golden age war. I will pass on adding that proposal this time. Now that I know that it is a poisoned chalice. I gotta get that into my head. I feel like, God, I feel like I've made that mistake so many times. Comment, let me know if you've made that mistake too, dude. Because holy is that mistake. That's A, embarrassing, B, annoying. Right, so Statue of Liberty. God, dude, look at these Wonder movies. Brick by brick, they're just blah, 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 blah. Isn't that just magic? I feel like they nailed the Wonder movies in this game. And then they went to Civ. Oh, look at the dark. Come on, dude. That is so good. And then when they went to Civ 7, they just like, it wasn't as good. It just wasn't as good, man. I forgot to sell all the stuff. No, I'm not voting for that. It's okay. This time, we're going to sell all of our spare luxuries for cash. We'll buy all of these luxuries to improve stuff. I will sell off my coal. I don't need coal. I don't need niter. I don't need horses or iron. I do want my aluminum. My aluminium. I won't be selling my aluminium. Oh, it's the minimum. The aluminum. All right, we'll buy ourselves a bomber. Now, pull you back to heal because you got blasted. We're going to grab ourselves a bomber and blast the city of Zug before we begin to bombard the city once again. We'll have all these units just chill here for a turn. The city's down to halfway health. We've got some more privateers coming online, coming into this city. What I would like to do is to I'll run a couple of industrial zone projects. Privateers over here. Let's run encampment trainings. Let's also run encampment trainings here. And we're running the training, so the chance we have to win the World's Fair. Kawa should be trading with Moreau. That's 7 food 3 production. It's a fantastic trade route. Gustav Eiffel still has a charge. Not much we can do with him right now because we're not building anything. Something got blasted. Yeah, it looks like a battleship bombarded a privateer. That's fine. That's just part and parcel of the adventure / journey that we are on. All right, can we soften this city up to the point that a knight can capture it? Yes. Boom. First city captured. We will be keeping it. I am going to grab Victor and assign him in Zugdidi. That's going to help with the loyalty situation here. We've got minus 9.7. Hopefully, if we can hit Tbilisi with enough firepower, we'll be able to make that work. A couple of battleships here. We want to start pecking away at them with our privateers. Let's make you into an ironclad. Agent was killed in Preslav. Pretty high chance of him dying. That's life. None of these city-states are particularly friendly with me. Let's grab Preslav, I guess. I mean, I would love Yerevan, but apparently whoever is in charge... I don't know why I'm at war with Lady Six Guy. She's allied with Georgia. Okay, well, that kind of makes sense. But also, what the hell, man? So I'm just going to grab Preslav. It's my boy over there, Preslav. My energy is primarily focused on Georgia right now. So I'm not worried about the Incan or the Mayan front. That's fine. Harbor shipping completed in Shat. We're going to keep doing harbor shipping. Ferris wheel completed in Tombos. Let's just do encampment training. We built a shrine in Heh. Let's build a temple. Lighthouse completed in Manchester. I would love to gold purchase a shipyard, but I don't think I can afford to do that when all my gold needs to be reserved to making airplanes. Speaking of airplanes, let's use them to bomb Tbilisi, although first we do need to deal with this ironclad. Sorry, not this ironclad, the battleship. Use my ironclad to deal with the battleship. What I was trying to say there. All right, first bomber, attack, softening up the city. Second bomber, attack, softening up the city again. We'll step out of the way. We've got 3 turns before Zodidi goes disloyal. That's fine. We're gearing up with a Corsair army. It shouldn't take us too long to take out Tbilisi. So there's mass media. We have access to Cristo Redentor and Broadway and stuff, but we're not going to be building those. Our primary focus... Oh, speaking of which, we need to purchase ourselves a bomber. Excellent. So we have 3 bombers up. These guys could get promoted. +2 range is useful, but I like to focus... Honestly, you don't need to level up your bombers, in my opinion, in this game. Don't think it's necessary. We don't want you to be in range of 2 fortification shots. So we'll sit you on the edge, plinking away. Could come in here and get a coastal raid for a little bit of gold and science. It's not bad. Tbilisi is going to fall. So the Georgia revenge story will be complete. Let's grab grants on Pingala for that extra Great People generation. Generated 800 Great People points. Well, it'll need to be more than that. I forget what this card was. I think it was Garrison Amenities. So that is going to hurt our amenity count, but it does mean that we can plug in industrial zone adjacencies if we want a lot of production. We could also put in Levy en Masse if we want a lot of gold. Military Academy seaports and Renaissance walls generating science is also quite good. Trying to think which resource matters more to me right now. And I do think science actually matters more to me so that we can get to some of these techs a couple turns sooner. Because it is about a 10% science increase based on what? 2 turns. Okay, I think we might be able to do something in 2 turns. Batumi. 2 turns until Zagdidi flips independent. I mean, we really should be making use of Crusade, but we're not. Train a couple of Inquisitors to send over there to at least convert the places after we capture them. Oh my god, what the fuck? Holy Jesus. That was my Venetian arsenal city! Jesus Christ! Flashback to the moment where I was like, oh, I don't care about if they attack me, I don't give a damn. So annoyingly, there's a battleship in the city now, which means our bombers are going to take damage as they bomb. AI accidentally managed to get into the correct defensive formation. It's fine because we've taken the city now. If we get a governable, I'll grab Moksha, stick him into... Keep that city. I'll grab Moksha. Or wait, who was sitting there waiting to be assigned? The hell is Tbilisi? Okay, loyalty in Tbilisi is stabilizing. Loyalty in Zagdidi is stabilizing. We do need to deal with this. Let's get to work on the airport. We'll need to move these guys. I can't believe they one-tapped this city, dude. I suppose a full fighter makes sense. Okay, I'm never doing the try to rig elections thing ever again because all of my spies died. All of them. Every single spy that I have tried to do that with has died. We need to start sending our privateers up and around. Jesus, it's a lot of stuff. What are the range on these bombers? We can start plinking. We need to. Let's take this moment to get evasive maneuvers so they're better at defending against anti-air. That's going to help alleviate this problem in the future. Grab that musketman out. Continue to buy musketmen. In here, we'll buy crossbowmen. In Kerma, faith purchasing military units at a rate that is hitherto unheard of. There's a knight army there. We're about to get cuirassiers. Got encampment training in here. We'll keep doing it. We got our harbor. Get that lighthouse up, please. So that's one thing I don't like about Civ 6 compared to Civ 7. Civ 7 is how quickly the fact that you can raise cities in a single turn. I think it's just a little bit too quick. I don't think that should be a button press. All right. The city's defenses are up. We can do some bombing now, mainly to try to prevent any future problems. We want to get a good scout on Batumi so that we can bomb it. Okay, we're going to have to relocate a bomber to Tbilisi, which does mean there's room for a bomber in here now, so we'll start doing that. We need to consider going for conservation to get extra aluminum and oil. I think we are going to do that because that's 2 extra bombers. And in the meantime, just keep it. Well, you should probably get some walls so you don't get one-tapped. I don't think I've ever seen a city get one-tapped like that. That was crazy. Where are we going? Well, we're going after Georgia. Georgia revenge fantasy is happening. And if we can pull off a World's Fair victory, then hell yeah. Poor little knight getting smoked. Right, let's get this bomber. It's going to hit Batumi first. I'm going to grab another bomber relocate it to Zodidi. I'm going to relocate this bomber over to Shat so that it can fight up over here in the northeast. Zodidi Granary. You just we rebuild these places. That's kind of like the goal right now. I like how they swooped in, murdered a city, and then left. That's like Chad behavior. That's absolute sigmoid Giga Chad behavior. Oh God. Perpetually poggers. All right, natural disaster concluding. We now have access to cuirassiers, which is a nice upgrade actually for this Doom push that we're doing. Let's start bombing Batumi. You need to get out of there. You need to promote with defense against ranged attacks, ideally. Batumi will take a few turns to fall. Let's get exploring. We do a little blasting. We got the granary in here. I would love to do... Jeez, I don't even know what to do with this city. Probably just do a theater square festival, honestly. That's worth a lot of points. Industrial zone in Kerma has been completed. Go ahead and run an encampment project for me. Ancient walls here, that's just so we can run these projects. You got your temple, do your harbor ship. Yeah, we're getting up there. We're potential victory point. #1 victory royale. It could happen. I stole a settler that I'm going to go send to resettle that city that they blew up. I can't believe they blew my city up, man. Says the guy mid, like, bomber deep into Georgia right now. Okay, there's a lot of bad guys in the water. Me when... Nope, that joke's too spicy. Never mind. Okay. #1 victory royale. I'll keep this bomber around because we will be able to get it into Batumi soon. We're making a coastal railroad. I can't believe they smoked that city, dude. Okay, Franz von Hipper. He's our battleship guy. Industrial zone logistics. Keep cranking it. Keep cranking it. Where are we sitting? God, we're close. We're close. I do think it's a matter of national security that I make sure these guys do not have aluminum. So I'm going to go ahead and pillage both of those. Also, should have filled up my reserves. My take. That's my take. You can't take it from me. My take. All right, so Batumi will fall next turn, which is great. Let's get that Inquisitor into the city, convert it. Beautiful. Owie. #1 victory royale. All right, we're blasting, and then we're going to come in with the Courser. Boom. City captured. This is absolutely a St. Basil's Cathedral city. If only they hadn't ruined all the adjacent tiles. Unlucky, but it can act now as a base for a airplane. We can start bombing Potty. Let's get all our stuff that we got damaged repaired. We have a bomber here. I'm going to rebase it in Tombos to protect Franz von Hipper. We're focused on Georgia right now because this is all about like the fact that Georgia did stuff to us that made me mad. I think it's about the fact that Georgia stole Feed the World. Is that why I'm so... That felt like days ago. I mean, guys, I guess from the perspective of the Let's Play, it is days ago. Jesus. We're still mad about that? Christ. Anyway. All right. This is the divine punishment of Georgia. This is what the people want to see. #1 victory royale. People don't want to hear me singing. And yet... I still do it because it's who I am. I can't stop. You don't understand. It's who I am. Oh, I was a man before I put on the mask. Oh, in the darkness. Oh. Bolt actions speak louder than words, baby. Kapow, kapow, kapow. All right, so Potty is getting bombed. So big defensive fall. We'll continue to bombing it next turn. We're doing lots of encampment trainings. Man, we're trying so hard for this World Fair, and we might not get it. That's the sad thing. I'm going to deploy a fighter over El Mirador. Hey, El Mirador! Any tower... I forgot what that game is called. And we can begin the process of bombing Mayan cities. We may want to raise them. We may not. Let's see if we can kill this cavalry. Excellent. We're clearing out the noise. We definitely want to get a railroad connecting to Batumi. Want to connect up our network, basically making sure all of our cities are a part of our logistics zones. Okay, industrial zone logistics has been done in here. We're going to do more of that. Encampment training, we're going to do more of that. While we still have the option to do it, we will do it. I'll trade with Ayutthaya for the thingy. Airplane, let's start bombing Potty again. So that's one bomb for 37 of their defenses. Here's another bomb for 29 of their defenses. Here's another bomb for 36 of their defenses. They're down to 114 fortification health. Probably 1 or 2 more turns until we can break the city and swoop in with our cuirassiers. Let's upgrade you to Cavalieros. Need you to heal up. Yeah, we're well on our way. This is the power of a well-executed bomber rush. Nice, we just wrecked Batumi. A well-executed bomber rush. I mean, I say a rush. It took us a while to get there, but like, we're now unstoppable on the bomber front. And we have a bomber over here. Let's go ahead and take evasive maneuvers because there is a fighter. Let's use our air attack with the fighter. Fighters are really good at shooting ground targets. Our fighter has been attacked. I'm going to get him to deploy back to the city. Harbor shipping has been completed in Sedinga. Let's do another harbor shipping. We still have 9 turns on the World Fair. Still plenty of time to claw in that victory point. I needs it. I needs it so bad. I demands it. I wants it. I love that all these privateers are just sitting here menacingly. He's just sitting there menacingly. All right, Potty. Blast down to 87 fortification health. Blast down to 51 fortification health. Blast again. Basically crippled. We can't quite break the city. It will be next turn. That's fine. We won't worry about like retooling all this land for a bit. Focusing all my mental energy on actually executing the war. All right, there's conservation. We definitely want to drop military research because we need as much aluminum as we can get. And we are getting some from city-states, which is really useful. This is worth +2 more bombers that we can make use of. We will be getting more bombers. It's just like not right now. So the city should be broken. We swoop in with a cuirassier. Boom. Knowledge of sanitation and totalitarianism is completed. We can use our bombers to try to clear out some of these straggler units. And then swoop in with our cav as well. Immediately use our military engineers to start rebuilding or / just building railroads. In Batumi, I'm going to faith purchase a couple of field cannon armies here. That's why this faith has been stored up. For defensive reasons, Poti is mine. We're going to keep moving west. There's 2 more cities here as far as I can tell. There's also potential settlements in here if we wanted to do that. Ideology into fascism. Let's keep it going. Campus Research Grant in Moreau. We're going to do another one. Theatre Square Festival. Do it again. A Ferris wheel in Solab. The harbor shipping won't be done in time, so that's fine. Wouldn't mind a theater square in here for the culture. Culture is very useful. Grab that watermill. Granary monument. Let's use our bomber here. Keep blasting El Mirador, just slowly chipping away at our victories. This is one of those things that takes time. Blowing up enemy cities. I feel like the Incan Empire always does so well, as do the Mayans. South American OP. Let's bomb this line infantry to get rid of him. That's him gone, despite being outnumbered. Then we're going to promote, heal, do all the things. We can claim a great person. Georgi Zhukov. We got the harbor shipping in here. We could do 1 more harbor shipping. Oh, we've just barely squeaked ahead. We're now top dog. Top dog on the World Fair, baby. So what I need to start doing now is seeing if people will let me buy their Diplo favor. They will not because they sense that I am winning. Boy, oh boy. How the table turns. All right, let's get a kill here. You were meant to build a railroad. We do need vision, although it's not exactly in the plans at the moment. Bring the Apostle over, convert Potty. Bring the Inquisitor over, do an Inquisition. Let's keep bombing Mirador. Slowly just chipping away at Mirador. Okay, awesome. We have access to steel, which is going to have production from lumber mills. Please don't do this. Don't do the emergency thing. It's so annoying. Okay, it failed. Thank goodness. Keep doing these projects. Keep doing the projects. We just have enough time for another one. We will grab the seaport in here, even though you're not working that much of the way of water, but it's fine. Granary's been repaired in Potty. Grab yourself some traders. We're going to be rebuilding the economy in here soon enough. Let's grab evasive maneuvers on this bomber. This bomber is going to get the extra combat strength against land units, as is this bomber. We will buy another bomber next turn, hopefully redirect it over here. Let's keep getting these railroads up. You love to see railroads. It lets you get your units around really easily. Gonna double check down here. There's no barbs running around in the south. And we're bombing El Mirador again. Slowly chipping away at that city. Where is aircraft carriers? Yeah, so aircraft carriers is going to be an important part of our plans going forward. Like the fact that an aircraft carrier can carry a bunch of units coming up this way will let us bomb all of these coastal/non-coastal cities. We'll also be able to use aircraft carriers to great effect in here in getting a foothold in this area. In particular, El Mirador is actually critically important because of the aluminum supply here, which will allow us to have a much larger air force than we would otherwise have. We're also going to need significant numbers of military engineers to build, you know, the things, airstrips. So she wants peace. I don't want peace. I don't do peace. I don't know why I'm at war with you. It probably has something to do with Georgia, but I don't do peace. Not with lowlifes like yourself. All right, let's go ahead and gold purchase a bomber. Then we're going to start bombing Chukumi. And I think, with about an hour of gameplay in, our religious revenge on Georgia is almost complete. So it's a question of, are we going to transition this into like a science victory? Are we going to transition this into a domination victory? How are we going to do this? What makes the most sense? I'll have a think about that, and I'll answer that question in the next episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!